These giants are powered by the most massive engines ever made. Some of them are taller than a 4-story building, way more than 7 Boeing 747 aircraft combined, and generate enough power to run 20,000 homes. Here are the largest and most powerful engines on the planet. Welcome to Explained. Let's start with the Caterpillar C175-20. If you've ever seen a Caterpillar 797 haul truck, you'll know it's gigantic. It's used for large-scale mining operations and is as large as a 2.5-story house. So how do you power up a beast like this? Well, you'll need this bad boy. The Caterpillar C175-20, the largest mining haul truck engine in the world. It produces up to 5,630 horsepower, is 2.3 meters wide, 6.6 meters long, and weighs over 23,400 kilograms. That's as heavy as 3 T-Rexes. The C175-20 is a 105.8 litre, 4-stroke, water-cooled, biodiesel-capable engine. It has a single block made of cast iron and a steel-forged crankshaft. But besides powering a mining truck, this 20-cylinder giant is capable of a lot more. When it's used as a generator, it's capable of creating up to 4 megawatts of electricity, which is enough to run 350 average American homes. But believe it or not, the C175-20 is actually the smallest on our list. Next up, Big Boy 4014. Modern-day electric trains are amazing, but their steam and diesel predecessors are the real champions. Some of these classic engines are huge, and so the title for the biggest locomotive engine belongs to Union Pacific's 4000 series, also known as the Big Boys. Big Boy 4014 is still operational. Let's take a closer look at it. The engine is a little over 40 meters in length and weighs over 508,000 kilograms. That's as heavy as 4 Statues of Liberty. Each Big Boy needed 25,400 kilograms of coal to fuel the engine, along with 94,600 liters of water. And despite its size, these mammoths could touch speeds of 112.6 kilometers per hour. The Big Boys worked as freight trains, and their size and power allowed them to transport heavy loads up steep slopes and winding passes through the mountains. So what's bigger than Big Boy? Presenting the GE9X. The GE9X is officially the world's largest and most powerful commercial jet engine.
I have with me here a Guinness World Records title certificate I'd like to present to Ted.
This beast was specifically made by General Electric Aviation and was developed specifically for Boeing's new 777X wide-body jet. Let's take a closer look at it. The front fan is 3.5 meters wide in diameter, and the whole engine is as wide as the body of an entire Boeing 737. It has 16 fan blades and produces 100,000 pounds of thrust. That's almost as powerful as the Soyuz rocket that helped the first human orbit the Earth. While the GE9X is huge, it's not as heavy as it looks. In fact, 6 of its components are 3D printed with advanced carbon fiber composites that are tough but lighter than titanium. The GE9X takes over from the GE90-115B, which held the largest jet engine record previously. This engine is only slightly smaller at 3.2 meters in diameter, but it's quite a powerhouse. In fact, GE turned one of these engines into a 65 megawatt power plant that can supply electricity to 6,500 homes. Pretty cool, right? Now, let's take this list up a notch. But before that, hit that like button and subscribe to Explained. Presenting the MYSE 16.0242. It's not the sexiest name, but it is the world's largest wind turbine by Minyang Smart Energy. This 16 megawatt offshore hybrid drive turbine is designed to harness energy from high winds and typhoons at sea. It's ginormous, with a height of 264 meters, and each blade is 118 meters long. That's longer than an Airbus A380. Its rotor diameter is 242 meters, and the total swept area it covers is more than 6 football fields. The MYSE-16 can generate 80,000 megawatts of electricity, which is enough to power over 20,000 houses. Its prototype installation is expected in early 2023, and the commercial use expected in the first half of 2024. So let's take a look at another massive wind turbine that's operational. General Electric's Halliard-X 14 megawatt. This 14 megawatt giant makes GE Renewable Energy the first company to operate a turbine at such a high output. The prototype for this giant started operation in the Netherlands in October 2021. And here's a glimpse of its installation. Next on the list, Rocketdyne F1. Rocketdyne F1 is the biggest and most powerful single-nozzle, liquid-fueled rocket engine to have ever flown. It was built in 1957, and a cluster of 5 F1 engines were used for the first stage of boosting NASA's Saturn V rocket to the moon. This gigantic motor stood at 5.7 meters tall, 3.6 meters wide, weighed 8,400 kilograms, and generated 1.5 million pounds force of thrust to lift off at the launch pad. The 5 F1 engines used in the launch initially propelled the rocket 57,900 kilometers above the ground. It burned a mixture of liquid oxygen and kerosene fuel at more than 15 metric tons per second during its operation. Even today, the F1's design remains unmatched. However, when it comes to the most powerful solid rocket engines, China's self-developed rocket engine has the world's largest thrust. This booster engine has a diameter of 3.5 meters and a maximum thrust of 500 tons. Solid rocket engines are powered by high-energy gunpowder. And considering its test run went extremely well, China is hopeful that it will be able to use this in a real launch in the near future. Finally, let's look at the Wärtsilä RT Flex 96C. This engine, built by Finland's Wärtsilä Corporation, is officially the world's largest and most powerful engine. It was designed to power massive container ships, carrying more than 16,000 containers, like the MV Emma Maersk. The sheer size of this thing is stunning. It weighs 2,300 tons, is 27 meters long, and is 13.5 meters tall. That's as high as a 4-story building. This engine literally needs stairs and an elevator for people to move around it. And it has its own team of engineers that do repair work on the go and ensure things run smoothly 24/7.
So, a piston cracks, can you repair that?
Yeah, we can exchange. Right? Yeah.
Conrod breaks.
Select Conrods. Yeah, fine also can do. Really?
Cylinder liner cracks.
We have spare ones.
Crankshaft bearing goes.
Also we have spare. Also can do.
Okay, the crankshaft itself goes.
Then we done. We need write-offs.
That's it.
The crankshaft alone weighs 300 tons, while each piston is 5.4 tons. With 14 cylinders and a turbocharged 2-stroke diesel engine, it is the most powerful engine in the world. It has an output of 108,920 horsepower at 102 RPM, and this can propel container ships at a speed of 27 knots. There are other large and powerful engines that hold titles in their own category, like the CM884WS150 by Burmeister & Wain, which is the world's largest diesel engine by size, and the Lycoming XR7755, which is the largest piston-driven aircraft engine. Which is the most amazing engine in your opinion? Tell us about it in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Explained.